fast when we try to ask it. We've got joining me though, Mario Woodside, independent candidate for Nassau Village. Mario, welcome to the show.
Hey, Nahaja, all is good. And I appreciate you giving me the time to talk, man. You okay?
Man, I'm blessed, man. It's so good to have an independent candidate on the show, and not just from anywhere, man. You are representing Nassau Village. Mario,
Yeah.
uh, first and foremost, tell folks a bit about yourself. Who is Mario Woodside?
Well, some people know me, but most people know me as Mario Woodside. Some people know me as Sasha Dunn. And the reason why I put that in there because it all culminates to one single individual. You know what I'm saying? Mario Woodside. I've been in the Nassau Village community for like almost close to 18 years now. From I was 21, I started my business on Soldier Road, which was Woodside Photoshop and Gallery. And just from that business, being on Soldier Road and being a part of the Nassau Village community, I've met tens and thousands of people in the Nassau Village community, and just heard their woes and their cries, and seeing how consecutive governments back to back have never truly addressed the true issues inside Nassau Village. It seems everybody wants to get in power and, as they say, get a hold of the cookie jar. You know what I'm saying? And when they get a
Mhm.
hold of the cookie jar, it's a very sick idea that we have a country being run by almost kleptomaniacs almost. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So
Yeah.
there's like a kleptocracy we're living in. So it's been crazy to witness. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So now I guess the reason why I'm running now is because in my lowest point in life, a state of depression I was in after my mother passed away last year in October 9th, a vision was sent to me by God, which was I was inside Parliament passing a bill for true government transparency, where we as Bahamians can actually go on our phone and see which contract is going where and who it's going to. And when it happened to me at that point in time, it was bizarre to me because my mind was nowhere near politics, wasn't even thinking politics. You know what I'm saying? I was depressed, just crying every day. But that vision was sent to me, and that vision has been powering my spirit ever since. Like a friend of mine just spoke to me a minute ago. He's like, "How are you so strong after losing three family members to COVID?" You know what I'm saying? Like how are you
Wow.
so? I'm like, because this vision came to me and it empowers me every day. You know what I'm saying? So I just keep going and going, moving forward. You know what I'm saying? In that vein, just to bring forward that vision, because honestly, if we cannot plug these holes in our boat that is our country, the boat can sink, bro. The
Hmm.
boat really is going to sink. And it seems like we have the wealth, but the wealth is not being distributed in the correct way to the right people and to the right causes. So until we fix that problem, we're going to be a sinking ship till we hit the bottom of the ocean. You know what I'm
Mario
saying?
Woodside, Mario Woodside, independent candidate for Nassau Village. For me, it's so refreshing, Mario, because I see you right within the community. You are coming as Mario Woodside, not Mario as and Sasha Dunn. You are not with any colors or coat. What made you decide independent? Why not join up with another group? What made you decide that this was the route?
Because politics was never, I never looked at politics as the answer to the problems of the community. Because I always saw that the problems of the community is we lack a community. So I was trying to approach it from the outside, but I realized more and more every time I try to approach it from the outside. Like take for instance, I was trying to run a English to Creole class, and vice versa, and I was trying to run that inside a certain party's community center, and that didn't work out because they had to focus more on rallies and meetings and stuff like that, as opposed to the actual community itself. I was actually running the classes out of my store until I couldn't do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a security hazard. So I realized rather than me having to go ask this person to do this and ask this person to do that, why don't I just become that person I need to ask and just do it?
Hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because, like I said, the Nassau Village has a lot of issues, but to me, these are very simple issues that can be fixed. You know what I'm saying? Like the drainage issue, the drainage issue. There's constantly flooding in the community. Um, those issues are easy to be fixed once we get the right engineers and the right people to look at the issue and solve it. But we have to first have the goal to do that. And I feel with both parties, they're not going to solve it. Reason being, both parties have to follow the party's agenda first before they deal with the people's agenda. See, me as an independent candidate, people always say that, oh, if you get in as an independent candidate, you won't have no power. But the one thing I keep telling them is, look at the people who had power. Did they truly make any change? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We had a deputy speaker of the house, we had a speaker of the house, and we still didn't see no change in Nassau Village. So my group with me being an independent candidate, my sole goal is to have a myopic tunnel vision, just totally dealing with Nassau Village and the issues of Nassau Village. Because we can't say we want a better nation if we can't fix the smallest part of our nation and get it right. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel you. Mario Woodside, you got me to say amen, my brother. All right. So now with this walk, this is the thing with the community or the constituency of Nassau Village, right? The constituency of Nassau Village is different subdivisions altogether. For
Hmm.
these different subsets of people within the constituency of Nassau Village, what have you heard from your constituents, from your prospective constituents, on the things that they need?
Well, each sector has like different needs. But the one constant one is the drainage issue. The drainage issue is a very serious issue because whether you inside the Seabreeze version, the
Hmm.
Seabreeze part of Nassau Village constituency, or you're
Hmm.
inside the Nassau Village proper, or on Soldier Road, when a little bit of rain comes down, the place starts to flood. So we need to fix that ASAP. That has to be fixed ASAP. Beyond that, you then have the basic need of employment and empowerment. Now, with that, we could deal with that as a community. But my ultimate goal is to try and bring both sides, the high and the low and the mid in betweens, to try to bring us all together. Because until Nassau Village sees itself as a single community, just how small communities on the island like Long Island or Exuma can see themselves as small community and small knit communities, we won't make it that far because if those high up looking down on those who don't have, look down on them, we're not cohesive. So the whole goal is to try bring the community together, and I'm working on that with an organization called the Family Tree. The goal of the Family Tree is just like a seed. Once we plant that seed in the community, the roots are going to pull the community together, individual by individual. And once we all share a common goal, we can make it. We can move mountains at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you. Someone asked a question here. Mario says, "Positive mindset, but how will you negotiate change and influence the controlling parties to give your community what it needs? The power wheeling is real."
And the power wheeling is real. Is just knowing how to deal with humans. Because at the end of the day, we just dealing with humans, ain't like we dealing with aliens. You know what I'm saying? It's just that there's a matter of knowing how to sit down and talk with men and find a common goal. Yes, we may not the party I may not be a part of the ruling party, but Nahaja, to be honest with you, I feel like the ruling party is not going to be the standard as we see it. Like the standard where one party wins the majority and then they're in power.
Mhm.
I don't think this election is going to go that way in any way or form. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And with with the government headed towards a coalition government. When I say coalition, I'm not necessarily meaning Lincoln being them. I'm just
Mhm.
saying a true coalition because I feel the people in the Bahamas truly want change. No joke, no clowning, no faking, no pump faking. They
Mhm.
truly want change. Yeah, you have those who are old school and still thinking in that tribalism way of thinking of yellow and red, but truly the youth and anyone under 35, anyone under 30, you talk to them right now, they tell you they're not concerned with PLP or F&M.
That's right.
And even with these big motorcades that they're posturing with, that's just the old guard showing their tail off. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is, those who truly care about this country, they're go. People are going into the booth, and it's like the will of God is going to compel men and women to make the right decision inside the booth. And Lord willing, we're going to see a real change in this country in the next upcoming election. I honestly feel that because we've seen 20 years of PLP, I mean, and FNM back and forward, but we've not seen any progress truly. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
know the people now are ready to change. You know what I'm saying? They're ready, 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 ready.
Listen, and someone saying a real talk change is coming. No more oppressive leaders. And I want to ask you this because you're a businessman, right?
Yes,
And
man.
I think that that's a part of the community, and you reflect the majority of commerce in this country, where small businessmen and women, and you shared something that you've been touched with COVID, your
Hmm.
family, and you've lost three family members, and condolences.
Thank you,
on
my
your
dear.
loss,
Appreciate
my
that.
brother. I can't imagine, and this time is rough for a lot of people. So my condolences to you. When you, with all of that in mind, I know this past 18 months has been different for you. They've hit different for
Yeah.
you. How does that, this reality of your life, when you look at business, when you look as a family man, your wife and children, and then you look at as a son who's lost a mother at COVID and its impact, how does this situation, how do those situations or circumstances, how have they shaped your viewpoint of what is necessary for change?
Well, the way I look at the timeline now is we have BC, which is before COVID, and after COVID. And in the timeline after COVID, life is way more serious than more serious than ever. Like I can't like you can't look at anything in a lackadaisical way anymore. Like, oh, I might get a chance tomorrow to do this, or I might get a chance to next week to do it. No, everything is right now. Is either we doing this right now or we can't do this. You know what I'm saying? So and the way it shaped my mind is to see how serious life is. I mean, I always looked at life in a very serious way, but then now it's as serious as a heart attack right now. You know what I'm saying? So my view is we have to get change now. We can't wait till tomorrow for change. We can't wait till uh, we can't be lost by any kind of sweet words like a new day or the people time. We can't be swayed by these things right now, people. We have to focus our minds like a laser because we're literally on the precipice of tomorrow and nothingness. I mean, I don't know if
Hmm.
people realize that because and I state this more and more. Like, take for instance, I once was a person that truly believed inside the PLP motto and idea, but then when I truly look at the way these guys are operating, they're not operating under the guise of for the people because theoretically these guys get in power. The first goal they have is going to drill for oil. And we
Hmm.
don't have to guess if that's gonna affect our country in a negative or positive way. We just have to look at Ghana and see what happened to Ghana when they drilled for oil off the coast of Ghana. When they drilled for oil off the coast of Ghana, all the fish gone, all. You know what I'm saying? Like they killed the fish. The only thing you catch in Ghana right now is like seaweed, because the minute you start drilling, the sediment starts to rise up, and you start to change the whole ecology of the water. And if we lose
That's right.
our fish and our coral, I mean, because these cruise ships alone are destroying our coral reefs alone. So you add that on top of that, we're losing the gift that God gave us in hopes to win a couple dollars that won't even come to us. You feel what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because I can't live on a promise that, oh, once we hit this oil, we're going to be millionaires. We have our number one industry right now, which is tourism. Are we millionaires?
No.
You feel what I'm saying? So I can't see any change coming from that unless we start making change with what we have right now. So I mean, just to sum it all up, I mean, I hate to keep using this word over and over and over, which is change, but
Hmm.
we have to change because
Yes.
we can't keep doing the exact same thing and expecting some kind of different results because it's never going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And,
Hmm.
and as we can see with these people, with both parties, they're bringing back the same characters, if not the same characters, the same spirit. Because
Yeah.
you would see a new candidate, but that candidate embodies a spirit and an idea, which is almost like a clone. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's almost like watching a clone, and you'd be like, what? Really? But yeah, it's the main thing I'm going for is change, and the change is generally just for us to go back a bit. Like when I say go back, to go back to the days when we worried about our neighbor next door, when we know our neighbor next door, when we were vested, invested into our neighbors' well-being. Because unless we get to that point, we're just a bunch of individuals living in a country, and it's going to be a cowboy town because every cowboy won't be the top cowboy, is he?
Hmm. Yeah. Mario Woodside, Sasha Dunn, independent candidate for Nassau Village. Mario, you have a chance to speak to your constituents, right? And one of the questions that I've asked almost every MP and everyone vying, right, is that you get a fixed budget,
Yeah.
$100,000. They come in tranches of 25,000, so four trenches, right, of those funds,
Hmm.
and that's not a lot when you're talking about an entire constituency. And I
That's a
think
whole lot.
it is.
No,
You
no,
think so?
yeah, no, because the way my mind works, you got to forgive me because me being a businessman, I have to make the most happen with every single dollar that comes in.
Mm.
And for me to see $25,000 to go towards our community, that's a lot of money. That's a
Mm.
lot of money that we can invest into the community. And once invested correctly, we're going to see 10 times the yield and return. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because because once we have that, we can set up our community center and set up a tactical community center that's not just for face value or just to show and take some camera pictures with for a photo op. It's
Mhm.
literally a community center that's going to go out into the community and find people, talk to the people, find the skills, put together a skill database so we can actually know how like who has what skill inside the community. And once we know the skill database, we can know where to invest our time and our efforts. You know what I'm saying? Because if we have over 30 doctors, we don't need, I mean, over 10, like 100 doctors, we don't need more doctors. We probably need more, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
and then we know how to properly utilize the people. And with that $25,000, even if I mean, once it's invested into the community center, and the community center is we set up our water company inside the community center, and we're selling water at a reduced cost just for the community itself. That's a way to get everything started because that 25,000 to me that's just like seed money to start
that's
something
it.
great. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Because the organization I'm trying to start right now, that I've already started, called the Family Tree. The goal of the Family Tree is, like I say, just to be like a seed planted once planted in the community. The roots are going to pull the people together. The trunk is going to hold us firm together, and we're going to thrive together. Because and we're going to bear fruits that the community now can now eat from. You know what I'm saying? And then
Mhm.
give shade to the community. And once we've successfully done this inside Nassau Village, we can replicate this in every single community inside the Bahamas. Instead of having this one single tree, we have a forest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We have a forest
yeah.
now where there's something inside the community that empowers the people. Because the problem is we have too many things and too many individuals and too many establishments in our community that are just basically bloodsuckers.
Mhm.
They don't
Mhm.
empower the people. They don't give nothing to their community. They're just there to take, take, take,
That's
take,
it.
take, and never give nothing back. You know what I'm saying? But if
Yeah.
we are actually in the community and empowering the people, changing their mindsets, and showing them that they have an option, because and I'm realizing that is the greatest thing right there. A lot of our people don't realize how many options they have
Mhm.
because we've been trained and programmed to think that, oh, everything has to be get a job, get a job, get a job, get a job. But the one thing I always tell people is this: I give them a quote from John D. Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller said, "Be careful not to work too much, because you may forget how to make money." You see
Hey,
what
I
I'm
love
saying?
it. I love it.
See, so if we could get our people to instead of just trading their time for money, we now train them to become owners and to really take part in this race that is happening around us. Then you will start to see real change in this country, and in the space of like probably 20 to 30 years, we'll experience a golden age. And
Mhm.
I honestly believe that because I honestly believe in people. I believe in our people because I believe we're some of the most talented people on this planet. I mean, you know what I'm saying the first black man to ever win an Oscar was a Bahamian. I mean, just yesterday, we saw the death of a really great Bahamian actor, in the form of Michael K. Williams. You know what I'm saying? So it isn't that we don't have the talent, and isn't that we don't have the intelligence. Most of us just don't have the opportunities to display our talents and our skills. You know what I'm saying? So my goal is to help the people to get to the level that they need to be, to try to be a catalyst, to try bring about some change. Because and once again, I go back to that same word, change, because we need change, sorely need change. And I apologize for talking so much.
No, no, no. Because I mean, I'm just so excited. This is for me. I mean, I won't lie to you, Mario. First of all, again, don't forget that name, everyone. Mario Woodside, Sasha Dunn. By the way, Mario, where did? Okay, you gotta help me. Sasha Dunn. You know, forgive me.
Well, Sasha Dunn. See, my whole life, I'd be honest with you, it may be because of my cancer. I was born in the 7th month. Uh, God has been leading my life, boy. Honest to God, from a child. And my mother, Elizabeth, she from when I was a child, she had me reading like the books of the Bible. I had to learn the books of the Bible from Genesis to Revelations, down to Revelations. You know what I'm saying? And read it all over and over and over and over. And so it made me super religious. You know what I'm saying? And in my 20s, in my early 20s, my latter 20s, this voice just came to me and said, "You are Sasha." It may sound bizarre to me. I was like, what? And I went to I think it was on my 28th birthday. I actually went to my sister's, my sister, my 27th birthday. I went to my sisters and my friends around me, my associates, and I say, y'all gotta start calling me Sasha now, bro. And when I Googled it, Sasha's actually Russian for Alexander. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I was like,
Hmm.
okay, I'll roll with it. And like I tell you, because my relationship with God is so unique, I guess, or so tightly woven that I'm not ashamed to look silly in front of in the world, but I know I'm staying
Hmm.
true to what God told me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And just following him down that rabbit hole has brought me to this point. And I don't and trust me, sis, I don't feel like I'm off in any way because right now I'm at war with Goliaths all around me. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And I'm slaying them all. And I'm slaying every
Yeah.
single one. You know what I'm saying? And Lord willing, come election day, when y'all see Mario Woodside, Sasha Dunn wins, please do not attribute that to me in any way. Do not attribute that win to me. Attribute that win to God. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Because that one is going to be for God, and this is for God, and that's why that's why I'm here right now talking to you, not because I want to be here talking about the community and all that stuff. It's because God has led me in this vein to come in this vein and talk to the people and lead the people to where He need them to be. Because, like I say, we are a precious little country. I mean, and it's like I don't think we realize how precious we are. The bluest point on this planet, the most aquamarine point on the planet,
Hmm.
is us.
That's right.
You feel what I'm
That's right.
saying?
That's right.
So, and the fact that there's only 400,000 Bahamians show you that, boy, we are a rare commodity in this world.
Mm.
So we are blessed people. But we have those amongst us who are trying to trodden down the people. And God, and trust me, the smell of the corruption has now reached God's nose. So now he has to act and change. Because think about it. Look at this election cycle. Have you ever seen an election cycle like this? To
No.
where all the strengths that the party that the big parties would naturally have, God has chopped them down, and then
Yes.
to where a simple man like as myself, to me we're on equal playing field right now. So now it's a matter of choosing between characters right now, like the Bible says, you shall know them by the fruit they bear. So when you compare the characters now, and you compare the work that people have put in, you're gonna see the difference. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, I know that's a long explanation to say why I'm named Sasha, but it's God, bro. That's all I can say. It's God, sis.
Mario Woodside, Sasha Dunn, running for the Nassau Village constituency. I want you all to remember this name. If you are in Nassau Village, remember this name. I'm not supposed to be biased. Anyway, Mario Woodside, I wish you all the best, my brother. And I
And
think
I
you've
appreciate
really
it, sis. And I
encouraged a
appreciate it.
lot of people. I think you've
Yeah,
really
man.
done a wonderful job.
My goal is just to inspire the people for change, and we do better.
Thank Mario, all the best. Mario Woodside, y'all. Remember that. Mario Woodside. Mario
Thank you,
Woodside.
guys. And I appreciate it. And I would like to thank everybody in advance who's going to the advance polls and everybody who's going to go to the polls and vote for Mario Woodside. I thank you guys. And the next thing is this, and for those who are not
You
in
gotta
Nassau
go.
Village, the one thing I'd say is pray and let God compel the hearts of men to do the right thing on this election
All right.
day.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Mario Woodside, everyone, Nassau Village. Just don't forget, pay attention. We'll be back tomorrow, same place, same time. You're listening to the Hit Back with Nahaja Black Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.